UFC 279's two bad decisions. Let's see. UFC's ad. Okay, here we go. So let me go to the scorecards. So the first one I want to talk about is Darian Weeks and Johan Lanessi. So I've made me a board of bad decisions. Mike Bell, Tony Weeks are the first two from UFC 279, and I'm gonna keep it recording until I get done. But this is what I'm gonna start doing from now on. It's gonna be my new passion from each UFC event. Is I'm gonna record the bad decisions and I'm gonna go over them with you guys. So, um, but I wanted to point out the one judge that got this one right in this 170-pound contest is Ron McCarthy, and he got rounds two and three where Johan started to back off a little bit more. Round two was a little bit closer than three. See, and then where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Round two. See, this guy gave him round two. This guy gave. They all gave him round two, and then this guy doesn't give him round three either, and this guy doesn't give him round three. So it's like these two, I gave them both a bad score for that because when you go to the statistics, and if you watch the fight, he was backing him up the whole time. He was landing the more powerful shots, going for the takedowns, pressuring. So I thought it was a clear victory for Darian Weeks. Let's see. Let's go down to the statistics. Look, total strikes 49 to 24. Almost double in significant strikes. More to the head, more to the body, more to the legs, more control time, and a takedown. I thought it was a pretty clear win, 29-28. He won the last two rounds. Now that's kind of how I saw the Li Jingliang fight, and let me get to that one as well. Uh, so scorecards, where is it? So I gave Tony Weeks and Mike Bell both of a bad decision here. Let's go back down to Li Jingliang versus Daniel Rodriguez. Now this one is Mike Bell again. He gave round two and three, which were Lee's best rounds. Two and three to Daniel Rodriguez, and round one to Lee, which that's the round I gave to Daniel Rodriguez. So this scorecard immediately jumped off the sheet to me. Like, what are you looking at, Mike Bell? Like, what's going on here? The problem for me, it's a close fight. All the rounds were close. But the problem for me is round two, I believe he cracks him. Daniel backs up. He's visibly hurt. And at that moment, I was like, oh, he could get him, he could get him. And then he just didn't. Even the commentators kind of mentioned it. And then he didn't hop on him. You know, I thought that Li Jingliang stuck to his game plan. He followed a game plan. He kind of point fought it. He landed the biggest shot in round two. He won round three clearly. So all round one and two were close. But the only thing that happened significantly in that round is the big right hand by Lee. So he was landing the cleaner shots. I really didn't see Daniel Rodriguez land anything besides a jab. Like, honestly, it was good body kicks by Lee. Yeah, not a whole lot going on in this fight. Wasn't a robbery, close fight, bad decisions, but all bad decisions are robberies. Um, you know, I had an idea that we should start scoring rounds where you're not sure who won them as an even round, 9-9, like nothing happened. So let's score that to 9-9, and there should be more draws. Sometimes there's not a winner in a fight. You're like, I don't know who won that fight, and you're like, sometimes there's not a loser. Like, you don't want somebody to lose. I've seen it happen a couple times where there's been two draws and the crowd cheered because nobody lost. I've seen that happen a couple times. So yeah, I just thought Lee should have got that fight. I saw MMA Guru agree with me, Mexican martial arts Jesse. So, but I thought the Darian Weeks ones was way worse. Um, Yeah. So I'm trying. What I'm trying to do is figure out who the bad judges are. And so this will either tell me if it's all of them, the UFC owns all of them, and it's all just a big WWE show. It's all fake. All this DraftKings is nonsense. Or is it just one or two of them that's doing it? Or maybe it's there's no conspiracy at all, and then there really are just some of them that are really bad at their job. But I've noticed that it's always the favorite that kind of gets the nod. It's like the house saves money, the underdog can't get it, right? So, um, I mean, it is a Vegas sport. You got DraftKings all over the thing, and I've just noticed I'm always picking the person who gets robbed, right? Of on DraftKings, so I've decided with the decision people, I pick a lot of people who I think will win the decision, and I don't go for all the knockout finishers and stuff like that all the time, and I should, but yeah. So I've decided to make this my new passion. Every week I'll record who I think got robbed. I would like to hear what you guys think. If I'm missing any points, if am I wrong? Are there other fights on this card that you thought that were bad decisions? I thought everything else was a pretty clear, good decision. I didn't look at the scorecards really on some of the other ones. Are there any funny scorecards on this one? If you remember any, let me know. But those were the only two that jumped off to me. Feel bad for Lee. He had to fight a guy that weighed 9 more pounds than him. He had his opponent swap many times. He's fighting a guy that was clearly out of shape, gassing out, looked like trash in the octagon, and gets robbed of a decision from him. Like he bought a new suit for the weigh-ins, didn't get to go to the weigh-ins. Daniel Rodriguez got to go to the weigh-ins. Um, so I like Daniel Rodriguez. I'm very disappointed with his performance. He looked way out of shape, regardless of being in between in camps, out of camps. He looked fat, like so fat, and it looked like he'd been bodybuilding. His shoulders looked big, and he looked fat, like he had that excess skin hanging off him like he normally does. But it was like almost Dawkins-esque. So I was like, I don't know. I don't know. He needs to get his shit together. I don't know if he's got a real camp, if he's training with a real camp, if he's got a real dietitian, if he's still living like trying to figure things out from being uncultured in this lifestyle, going from kind of like a thug life to this to a mixed martial artist. He might not have it all figured out yet. But yeah, I was kind of disappointed there that he was that out of shape, and I thought Lee beat him. So tell me what you guys think. I will be back next week to tell you my other bad decisions for the week.